He's never fought us. Not us united.
Oh! I can so see that. That's it. Welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and today I am discussing a topic that my good friend Raul Ryan put out that suggested in my comments that actually got me thinking. So, those of you that have watched this show for a long time should know two things. Number one, I love me some Injustice. That is one of the best comic book storylines of all time. Best Elseworld storylines, because it really, and it's the best story if you want to feel appreciative of the Superman that we have, because that's what he could be. But the other thing that you guys should know is that I ship Superman and Wonder Woman, just because, and I think it works. It makes sense. The thing is, there's this fallacy that I keep running into whenever I debate Superman and Wonder Woman versus Wonderbat, Clois, or whatever, is that people think that if Superman and Wonder Woman get together, they turn into dictators, which is interesting because that was the exact same argument behind the creation of the JLA in the New 52, because what happened was Superman and Wonder Woman's relationship was exposed to the public, and then because somehow them dating would lead to some kind of fear that they would become dictators, led to Amanda Waller forming the JLA, which was sort of an anti-Justice League that was designed to counter the League if they ever turned bad. But I digress. The thing about it is that when having these debates with people, they always go to that point. So I'm here to debunk that. So they always bring up Injustice. Here's what you got to understand about Young Justice. Okay, yes, Superman goes evil because of Lois's death in the nuking Metropolis. But first off, okay, it's not just Lois's death that turns Superman evil, and it's not just Wonder Woman. It's the nuking of Metropolis and his best friend Batman turning his back on him. That's the first point. Number two, it's an evil Wonder Woman. So it's not even the classic main continuity Wonder Woman. They clearly make that point, because if you read the prequel comic that came out during in the Injustice 2 era, it basically is the telling of this version of Wonder Woman, and she is 100% evil. So that's not even the classic Wonder Woman, so the whole argument is a false analogy. Second off, and I cannot emphasize this point enough, Injustice is an Elseworlds storyline. With Elseworlds examines situations that typically would not happen in the main continuity or stuff. It's because you have more freedom. You don't have to worry about screwing with what Superman is doing in his Action Comics book, because guess what? It didn't happen in the main continuity. Ipso facto, the circumstances around this and this are not the same. If you want to talk about an Elseworld story, that would be realistically what would happen if the main continuity Superman and Wonder Woman got together. It would be more like Kingdom Come, the Superman and Wonder Woman part, where they help each other through troubling times. They have kids. Because the thing about Kingdom Come that is so beautiful, particularly if you're a Super Wonder fan, is with Kingdom Come, so the base of Kingdom Come is that the Joker kills on the Daily Planet. And by the way, kills Lois Lane. Superman does not turn evil. He broods, but he leaves. And who brings him back to the world? Wonder Woman. She shows up and says, hey, listen, Cal, humans really regretting their decision of going with the superheroes that kill people. They need you back. She brings him back. And granted, they have their arguments about killing, but after that, they fall in love and have a kid. That's realistically what would happen. And it's interesting. That's an Elseworlds book, but it's an Elseworlds book that actually at the time, it was sort of at the time it came out, I believe this was post-Crisis era, but pre-Infinite Crisis. So there was no multiverse. That's key there. It was just Earth Prime. So really, ultimately, that was an future of the DC universe. So that's what's interesting about it. And even if it is a multiverse world, because it is now, the thing about it is that it's using more or less Superman and Wonder Woman characters that align to their present continuity counterparts. In other words, it's not like with Injustice where you have an evil Wonder Woman corrupting Superman. You have a regular Wonder Woman that's a little more like open to killing, but then again, Wonder Woman of the two is the one that's more likely to kill people, which actually is an excellent source of contention between them, between those two, and leads to great story potential. Because you could say Superman uses it as a last resort. Wonder Woman is a little less on that. I mean, she won't like outright just go out immediately to kill people, but she's more likely to use it. So that leads to some nice little relationship tension. They did that in the New 52. That's why I always point to that era. But going to that, what you have to understand is that the Kingdom Come Wonder Woman is the good Wonder Woman, is a good, as close to the regular continuity as we can get, Wonder Woman. Injustice is the evil Wonder Woman, so that's the difference. That's why it leads. That's why it leads to Injustice Superman, because guess what? Even Scarecrow in Injustice 2, the game, says, you corrupted him. Yep, and that leads to my point. Had Wonder Woman not been evil, I mean, in other words, had we had a good Wonder Woman, and also Batman not abandoning his friend, but I'll ignore that, I think it would have been less likely that we would have gotten Injustice Superman, because she would have told him, Cal or Clark, whichever you prefer, because she calls them both. I was in a debate and someone said she only calls him Cal, and I'm like, no, she doesn't. But she would have said, okay, listen, I know you're grieving and hurting. This is not the way. And I think that with I think Wonder Woman would have been the final straw to get through to him, because Batman, yes, can, had Batman not abandoned him. If it were both Batman and Wonder Woman coming to Clark and saying, listen, I know you're healing. I know you're grieving. We're there for you. We're going to help you through this. Don't go down a path you can't escape from. I think you wouldn't have had the Injustice storyline, the evil Superman ruling the world with an iron fist. That's just my theory. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, so that's the thing. That's why I don't accept the whole, well, it would turn into Injustice argument, because it's just fallacious. Like really, really, really fallacious. When you, and all you need to understand how fallacious that is a cursory understanding of the Injustice storyline. That's all. You didn't even have to like read, and you don't even have to read mainstream Superman and Wonder Woman. You just have to be familiar with who these characters are, and then read Injustice, because you'll see this is an evil Wonder Woman corrupting Superman. That's it. It's not like, it's not even a matter of interpretation. She is evil. That's just the point. But that's where I'm going to leave this topic. Hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I will see you guys Tuesday at the time tomorrow when we discuss the next arc of Justice League with Nick. We have on Indie Wednesday, I believe I'm doing an interview. I don't remember, but in terms of Indie Wednesday, I'll probably talk about my top 5 indie books of recently. And then for Under Two Capes, I'm debating Nerdette on if comics are woke enough, are woke at all. So stay heroic, everyone, and I will see you in the next videos. Bye-bye.